Like so many explorers of the day, Forbes and Montgomery insisted on using horses when travelling through the inland deserts of Australia. But had they used one of these, a camel, they would have been a lot better off. Not only do they need less water, but they've got these. A split in the pad, which makes it a lot easier when moving through rocky outcrops and over the desert sand. So when it comes to movement, these animals, this is a very special spot for me. It was just over there near on 20 years ago that I recorded my first television special. Seems like it was yesterday. Okay, just come down over here. I'm going to finish off my beer. So stand there, give you some. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, pull! That young girl, Josie, went on to become Mrs. Russell Coight. Sadly, she's no longer with us. She moved to Sydney with an architect, Graham Ellis, I think his name was. Yeah. One of those triathletes. He's got a running machine in his lounge room. I mean, if you want to go for a run, go out the front door. Absolutely ridiculous. She still loves me, you know. I mean, she sent me a birthday card a couple of years ago. Got it here. Have a look at this. Russell, birthday wishes, Josie. And that's a kiss just there. Oh, yeah. She's going to want to come back to me one day. She's going to come to her senses, and I'm not going to be there for her. I will have moved on. Absolutely incredible. Of course, Josie, if you are listening, I'm more than happy to speak to you.
Still enough living in the past. I'm sure Josie's happy with her new man, and I've moved on.
The car got bogged. Could he get it out? No. Can he light a fire? No. Can he navigate by the stars? No. You know, a lot of people say you get lonely in the bush, but technology has made a real difference. Have a look at this app I just downloaded called Camp Mate. With this, I can hook up with anyone within a 50-kilometre radius. Let's give it a go, shall we? Where do you want to meet? Right here. When do you want to meet? Right now. What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do. Press submit, and that's searching, and bingo, we've got a match. Outback Bob, and he's even sending through a photo right now. Oh, shit. Oh, it's one of those websites.
Yep, it's never been easier for us Aussie adventurers to get together with each other. But that camp catch-up would have to wait because I needed to get moving. This outback man had finally reached Woodfield Station, just in time for the muster. Their muster takes place annually or twice a year, whichever comes first. And blokes travel from near and far to lend a hand.
How are you, mate? Ronnie?
There you go, Russ.
Hey, Chris?
It was great catching up with some old mates.
Colin?
And naturally enough, we had a fair bit to catch up on.
How you doing, all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I tell you what's looking a bit dry out there, even those camels will be thirsty. You been busy?
Yeah, pretty busy, Russ. We've got a couple unready cattle to muster tomorrow.
Sure beats working.
We thought you might give us a hand muster them in tomorrow, Russ.
Oh, well, as long as there's a beer in it for me at the end. Anyway, do you want to go inside and have a drink? Let's go. There's no need to laugh at everything I say. No, seriously, just don't laugh, okay?
I tell you what, that beer sure went down well. On a big cattle property like this, there's always work to be done. And it wasn't long before I was in the thick of things, helping to brand a few baby calves.
Right there now, mate?
Thanks, mate. Okay, settle down, little fella. Let's go and do some branding. And what we got here is a branding iron. So if this heifer is ever lost or stolen, we'll know exactly where he's from. This won't take a second. There you go. A lot of people don't like branding. They prefer ear tags. I don't. They can get fly blown, bloody, caught on fences and gates. I much prefer branding. It's a cleaner and safer way to go.
Smoko time. I guess one of the reasons people become addicted to outback life is the characters who live out here, each with his own story to tell. And there's nothing like sharing a few yarns over a cup of billy tea.
I'll tell you what, I needed that. I guess you blokes have moved a few cattle over the years.
Oh, yeah.
bloody hell. Yeah, we've seen some pretty special sights.
Oh, yeah.
Very special spot.
Yeah. You have a few tales to tell. Yeah. A lot of bloody action out there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes things go wrong, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Like anything.
All the time.
Yeah.
But enough chatting. We had a mob of cattle to round up and it was time to get to work.
Spin it back!
A lot of people might be surprised that we still use lassos out here in the bush. With truly wild cattle, it's often the only way. One of the blokes will try and drive up alongside a steer, then it's just a question of slipping a noose around its neck and bringing him to the ground. Alice Springs is not short of watering holes, and I sure could do with a cold beer.
G'day, how you going?
Thanks.
I just got in from up the road. Couldn't get a good cold beer, could I?
Would be?
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thanks very much.
It had been a long, dusty drive, and I sure had a long, dusty throat.
Can we just get an opener for that?
Tell you what, I could have spent all night at the pub. With that big muster due to start in 2 days, it was going to have to be an early start. It just so happened that Josie, who works at the pub in Alice, needed a lift north. I was happy to oblige. After so many days alone behind the wheel, it was good to have someone to chat to. I'd now left the Simpson and was heading into the Tanami Desert, which takes its name from the Aboriginal word Tanami. And looking out across the vast plains, it's not hard to see why. It really is special country up this way, and I couldn't resist the opportunity of showing Josie a few of the sights. There's plenty of gorges to be found which make great swimming holes, especially if there's water. These places attract plenty of bird life, and I'm talking the feathered variety.
The amazing thing about this billabong is when it dries up, the fish's eggs that live
This billabong actually never dries up.
in a very dry season, it may well and does actually dry up. And the fish's eggs that live in here go dormant into the rock and into the mud, and then when the water comes back, so do the fish. So you'll always find fish in a billabong, just like this one.
It certainly is a beautiful part of the world, and I enjoyed explaining to Josie some of the many fascinating facts pertaining to this fascinating
It's
area.
very, very rare.
I want you to be like, don't sort of, if you want to say something, just wait till
No,
the
I
cameras.
understand, and I'm really sorry,
Yeah,
but
okay,
I
just wait till the cameras.
it doesn't dry up.
Of course, you just can't go poking around the scrub without a decent map or some idea of where you are. Lucky thing for Josie, I've had years of experience in the outback and know a trick or two for keeping out of trouble.
Okay, here's a bit of a tip. If you're ever in the outback and you want to find out where north is, you take your watch, you aim the 12 at the sun, and halfway between the 12 and the hour hand is due north.
It was great sharing a bit of outback fun with Josie, but all too soon she had to go. Somewhere. Aussie Adventures, pack up your swag, let's go. All Aussie Adventures. All Aussie Adventures, time to